What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people always asking me, Truth, could you name me 3 things that stood out to you in the drill culture? I done said I done did that before. I done did that 2 times. It's hard to kind of just pick 3 things out. I've been documenting the culture for a while because I feel like this is a time period a lot of people gonna go back on. So I can't really give you 3. I can make this a part 3 and just give you 3 more. I done spoke on a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give you another 3 things that kind of poked my eyes out that I can't believe. Ever since I've been documenting the drill culture. One of the first things I'm going to say that kind of really stood out to me is the fact that it's not really a lot of females in the drill culture. I always find that intriguing because you would have thought that maybe some females would have realized this money in this shit and it's a lot of people getting deals and getting famous and clout and maybe would want to jump in this shit. Don't get me wrong, we done head to Katie Got Bands, we done head to Sasha Go Hards and a few more other people. But it seemed like nobody really stayed in that lane, stayed in that culture. I can understand, too, because in the drill culture, it's about killing, murders, drills, shooting, gunning, gunmen. And I don't think a lot of people that take that very serious from a female. I'm not saying that a female ain't out here doing this shit, because there's a lot of females out here doing this shit. I'm just saying, you know, it got to be believable in the drill culture. They got to feel like you are really smoke somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think too many females would want to just take it that serious and have to get that grimy to make it look that realistic. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm not trying to sound, you know, against anything, but I just feel like that might be a part of that. Another thing that stood out to me in the drill culture that I just be like, damn, is Oblock. The fact that people love this community. Tourists are coming out of here. People are going out there meeting those guys and crying and shit like that. And most of those guys don't got rap songs. Those guys are not fashion designers. They're not entrepreneurs. They're just known on the internet for being on some tough guy shit from this community. But what you guys are not seeing is people love the roofer, you know, the underdogs. They see those guys come from those communities. They see them come from the roughness. They can feel that shit. You know, the everyday person might be like them. You know, so people love that authenticity more than just the image and shit like that. So I think that's the reason why them people are intrigued by them brothers out there, you know. People love the struggle. Another thing, one of the top things, though, that always had me wild in the drill culture was a guy by the name of MubuKrump, the scorekeeper. We all know who that is. I actually had an opportunity to talk with him a few times. He was a pretty cool dude. Don't get me wrong. He was, you know, you can feel his personality through a cell phone. But the guy seemed like a pretty cool dude. He seemed smart, and you can tell he was a leader. But I'm not going to lie. He was very aggressive. You know, he was on people's asses, videos of him attacking people, all kind of shit. He's linked to neighborhoods that's everybody know, you know, he was one of the biggest guys to support that Dro City neighborhood. That's all you heard him saying was Dro City, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of his friends and people that were around him, you know, kind of got in bad situation. Those guys were real hot in the city. Like, you got people who act like they hot. They were really hot. He ended up losing his life, leaving the house party. One of his close friends, Melly, lost their life at a house party. Another one of his close friends, King Louis, almost lost his life, getting shot in the head and all kind of shit. So, as you can see, it was a hit out of him and all his homeboys. We done seen them in beefs with Bezu. We see his turmoil he has with Lil Durk. He really has a dislike for Lil Durk. Remember, they used to be homeboys, so they know the ins and outs. But I'm not gonna lie, I always was intrigued by this guy because after all that shit I named, all the dirt he might have did and dirt that he might have been involved in and niggas he knew and shit like that, he was still in the city, man. He wasn't hiding. He wasn't the guy that lived out of the state, that lived around the corner and shit. His ass was really in Chicago, man. You know, and he was out there standing on 10 toes. Now, whether that was a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not here to say. But I just found that intriguing that a guy was locked in like that and everybody knew him. He was famous from some street shit and he was still in the hood. That kind of threw me off a little bit, you know. But all those things I name are legendary people and legendary neighborhoods and shit like that. Like I say, them people love Oblock, you know, Chief Keef's story and shit like that. It runs deep. But those are three things that stood out to me in the drill culture. It's a lot more things like the murders, the killings, young people dying, innocent people getting struck by bullets, and all kind of shit. So that's why I say I can go on and on and on about this, but I just wanted to highlight those three things right now. I appreciate the love. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we got a lot more boy videos coming soon, man. So make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I got something I want to tell you, right? But I can't tell you yet, because I need a few more people to give me the okay, you know? And then I'll let you know. But hit that subscribe button. I appreciate the love. We almost at 50,000 subscribers too. We got to get there, y'all. My goal is to hit that 50K before we get to September. And we there. So if you rock with me, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It's the homie Truth.